To the stage. She's the producer of this show. She's a really good friend of mine. Performs all over New York City. Please come on stage, Miss Maryssa Smith.
Woo! Keep it going for Chewy Man. And give it up for yourselves coming out to the East Village on a Tuesday. What? You guys are crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, have you guys ever noticed that people that look happy never look smart? And people that look smart never look happy? Like Einstein never looked happy. Anne Romney always looks like she's having a ball. It's true. It's true. So, I too come from a diverse background. I'm African American, Native American, and European. I'm black enough to get pulled over, but not black enough to actually get a ticket. I'm Native American enough to feel like you're all visitors on my land, but I'm not Indian enough to get casino money. I'm white enough that I don't need to worry about sickle cell anemia, but I'm not white enough to get the office. I spend 40 hours a week in the office. I don't like my office. Why do I want to watch yours on television? I don't look at it. White people, you can keep the office. You can. You can. So I'm realizing I don't like Ugg boots. Am I like the only one? No, you don't like Ugg boots either, right? Like every time I see someone in Ugg boots, I start like judging them. And by judging them, I mean I'm judging whether or not I would try to save them if they're about to be hit by a car. Now, I would never push anybody in front of a car, but there is a huge difference between, hey, stop, you're about to get hit, and hey, stop, you're about to get hit. So I was in Starbucks this morning, and this like really cute guy just starts talking to me out of the blue. And I don't know about you guys, but the first thing I do when an attractive man starts talking to me is look for a wedding band. Because in this economy, no man can afford 2 women. But he was right, I did want some whipped cream on my mocha. What? So, I think newlyweds are the worst. I really do. Like, every newly married couple thinks that they're relationship experts. My best guy friend got married last year. He calls me up the other day and he's like, hey Maryssa, you know, are you seeing anybody special? And I was just like, no, not really. And he's like, you know the reason why you're single? You're single because you spend too much time telling jokes to strangers in basements. It's not true. I'm not single because I tell jokes. I'm single because there are things that you have to hear from men when you're in a relationship that I just don't want to hear. Like, where are you? Who are you with? It's really not cool that you hooked up with my brother. I mean, honestly, he knew he was your brother before I did and I'm getting the lecture. I don't want to hear that noise. I don't. So researchers have done a study on online dating, and they say that women's #1 fear is that their date is going to be a killer. Men's #1 fear is that their date is going to be fat. So to a man, dating a fat chick is equal to being fed to a wood chipper. It's crazy. But I do hope this economy turns around soon, I do. Because if I'm going to be a proper cougar, I need to start saving money now. Video games are very expensive. They are. And I'm realizing that I'm like in an awkward age in my life where I can either be a cougar or a trophy wife. Like over the summer, I was dating this guy. I knew he was younger. But I didn't want to ask him his age because I didn't want him to ask me my age. And through a conversation, I realized that when he was in 6th grade, I was a freshman in college. What? And then my ex-boyfriend was in his 40s. And every single time we would have sex, he would have to stop because he thought he was having a heart attack. Like purple face, numbness down the arms. Fellas, let me tell you something. Even if you are, in fact, having a heart attack during sex, don't tell us. Don't. There's only 2 crazy places we can go with this information. Neither are helpful to either one of us. The first one is, oh my God, I hope you don't die, because if you die, I might feel so guilty, I may never have sex again. The second place is, oh my God, I hope you die, because if you die, I can tell all my friends I killed a man with my vagina. Crazy, crazy stuff. I do think, though, the next time I get into a serious relationship, I'm going to use the help of a date rape drug. Don't worry, I'm not going to be raping anybody. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go out and meet a nice guy. Now, if I like his neighborhood, then I'm going to convince him to take me back to his apartment. Now, if I like his apartment, that's when I'm going to roofie him. And when he's all roofied out, I'm going to take a picture of him putting the ring on my finger. Let him pass out. Move all of my shit into his apartment. Change all of his profile pictures to our engagement photo. Call up his mom. Invite her to our engagement brunch. So that's how I roll. And when he comes to the next day and he's like, who are you? Where's all my stuff? I'm going to say I'm the luckiest girl in the world, sweetheart. That's who I am. Here it is. 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. That was just an orgasm in binary code. Nerd power. So, the state of Colorado has decided that instead of passing gun control, they want their citizens to try to prevent crimes from happening in the first place. And so they've instructed women that if they're about to be raped, to tell their would-be rapist that they have a disease and that they're on their period. I think this is dumb. Firstly, don't most rapists already have a disease? I mean, they don't go and ask for a clean STD test before they're about to rape you. They don't. And if they can handle all of the crying and the screaming, I think they can handle a little bit of blood. Call me crazy. So I think if a woman is trying to prevent a rape by saying she has a disease, she needs to tell her would-be rapist that she has a flesh-eating disease in her vagina. Excuse me, sir. You don't want to rape me. Within 48 hours, your penis is going to fall off. 72 hours, all of your internal organs are going to liquefy and you will shit out your own lungs. Now, he might call you a crazy bitch as he walks away, but you are not the crazy bitch he's raping. So while we're still on the topic of safety, I'm going to leave you guys with this. I have come up with 5 simple steps of how not to be killed by a serial killer. I want to share them with you because I like you guys. Rule number 1, never accept a drink from someone that has 4 or more hot points than you. If you are a 5 and they are a 10, don't take that drink. They're either a gigolo or a serial killer. They're going to kill your bank account or kill you. Rule number 2, never walk or park near a panel van. Someone is about to be abducted. If you are the closest person to that man, it will be you. Rule number 3, never walk into a room where the floor or the walls is covered in plastic. Someone is about to be killed there. If you are not the killer, it will be you. Rule number 4, never give your address out to anyone. If you can't avoid this, give them your boss's address. You could end up with a promotion. And rule number 5, this is the tough one, you guys. In the unfortunate event that you were taken, you must make yourself as unattractive as possible to your kidnapper. Pee your pants. Vomit profusely everywhere. Tell them you have IBS and you're going to need a lot of bathroom breaks. They might let you go at this point. But if they don't, you're going to have to take a shit in that van. You're going to have to smear this shit all over the van. And smear it all over yourself. And when the van comes to a stop, and you're sobbing in a pool of urine and vomit covered in your own feces, your kidnapper is going to say, WTF. You, get the fuck out of my van. Thank you guys. You've been awesome.
Maryssa Smith, everybody.